mm, when African American Tom Robinson was accused of raping Mayala Elware, Atticus was appointed as a defense attorney. Mara and her innocent father, Bob Elware, live in extreme poverty on the outskirts of the city. The family is called trouble, and the citizens do not like it. Still, Atticus' defense of Tom was unpopular in the white community, and Scott and Jim found themselves ridiculed at the school for their father's defense of black people. Atticus has been trying to instill moral values in children, hoping to offset the influence of racial prejudice. The children thought their father was depressing and sad and nerdy until he was asked by the sheriff to shot a mad dog wandering the street. After Atticus killed the dog, Scott and Jim learned that their father was a famous deadly shotter in the country, but he chose not to use this skill unless absolutely necessary. Alexandra, the Scots aunt, came unexpectedly to the Finches and announced that it was time for someone to control the children. She took the elimination of Atticus' influence on children's liberalism and the indoctrination of latest virtue into the tomboys as her mission. Scots. One night before the trial of Tom Robinson, a group of local people threatened to lynch, but when Scott recognized the father of a classmate among a group of the quiz leechers, she accidentally disrupted the plan. When the trial began, Atticus tried to protect his children from the anger and prejudice they would hear. However, Scott, Jim, and Derek snuck into the court and sat on the balcony with the black community. Mia and her father. Oh no, what's the noise? Let me close the window. Okay, so, Mia and her father testified that Tom raped Melia after she was asked to cut an old tree from rope into wood in their house. However, Atticus proved Tom's innocent, and she proved that although Melia's face was beaten and burnished on her right, Tom's left arm was totally useless because of the earlier injury. As a result, Atticus concluded that Tom could not have been the left-hand attacker who hit Mare on the right side of her face. Atticus further noted that it was Mare's father, Bob, who beat her up, and that in fact there was no rape. Before the jury began its deliberations, Atticus appealed to their sense of justice and begged them not to let racist judges interfere with the deliberation. 2 hours later, however, the jury found Tom guilty, and this is the most I think it's the climax of the book. It's found Tom guilty, but it was very clear that he's not guilty, and sentenced him to execution for rape. So that's where the book showing racism, and that's where Harper Lee is trying to show us that the judge is not judge the people by law or fact. It judges the people by color, by their color, by the skin. So yeah.